Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with Cooking Rules with Jules. That's me. My name is Julia Pontanis and I'm here to help you make your kitchen experience not only incredibly easy but healthy as well. So I am back in Georgia and loving this cool weather, and along with that is going to come along some more cool weather recipes. So especially this year more than ever, it's important that with these weather changes we keep up our immunity health. And one really great way to get some super nutrients into your body relatively quickly is by having some kind of bone broth or bone broth on hand as stock to use in your soup. So that's what we'll be doing today. We are making bone broth. So this process is a 3-step process, and I'll actually be making the entire broth in the crock pot or your slow cooker, because it needs to be simmered on low anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. And I'm not gonna leave something on the range this late in the day for so long, because quite frankly, I'm in bed by 10 and asleep. So moving along, here we go. What I have here is almost 3 pounds of bulk beef slices with the marrow in it, because that's what contains all the collagen. I have already diced up, which you can see on the side of the screen. I have a full sweet onion, an entire stalk of celery, minus the bottom, but leaves included, roughly chopped. I have a whole tube of ginger root, and then I have about, well, that's a mammoth garlic slice, but there are about 3 cloves of garlic here, and I'm not even gonna bother to take it out of the little casing here because it's just going to go in the crock pot anyways. So step 1 of this process is we're going to blanch our bones. I almost forgot the spices. How could I forget the spices? Julia. Apple cider vinegar. This is important that you have an acid in your bone broth because it's going to help pull out the collagen and make it gelatinous. Otherwise, it might not, it'll come out grainy and not as smooth. I'm also going to add in bay leaves, whole peppercorn flakes, and I'm going to add thyme. Now, I looked at a bunch of different recipes and researched this before I actually executed, and there's just so many different varieties of spices you can use. But for us, I'm going to do the ginger and the thyme, just because I particularly like that flavor profile. So moving back to what's happening right here is I have a pot of water that is going to be set to boil, and we're gonna blanch the bones. So what that means is I'm gonna drop it in a hot water bath for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'm going to immediately remove them and put them in the colander behind me. See that colander right there? And drain them before putting them on the roasting pan and roasting in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes. From what I read, blanching helps kind of kill any bacteria that's in there and pull out impurities, and because it's only going to be in that boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes, we're not going to compromise the integrity of the nutritional content. So we'll do that. And then we're gonna roast it first, because that caramelization just adds so much flavor to our beef broth. So once this water is boiling, which we're close, I'm gonna throw these guys in there and show you exactly how easy making your own bone broth can actually be. All right, well, water is boiling, so bones are going to go in. Oven has been preheating at 375, so I'm going to be really careful when I do this. I don't want the water to splatter up. If I were smarter, I would have gotten a ladle to do this, but you know, hindsight 50-50. So these are only going to go in there. Oh, look, this one's got a lot of meat on it. For about 2 minutes, just to get all the grossness off and out of there. Hopefully I'm not making too many faces, but that's what you want. You want a bone that's got some meatiness to it. So as you can see here, got some nice thick marrow on the inside, a little bit of meat on the outside. I'm gonna let those guys cook in there for a second while I hang on to the grossness. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Hold that thought. All right, clean hands, and I also remembered a pair of tongs. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. It's been about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. You really don't need a lot. Be careful, because that's hot. Look, I remembered one glove, but not the other. What else is new? Yep, they're both pretty hot. Hold that thought. It's like I don't cook or something. Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna drain these out. And I'm not gonna worry about that water. Now that this is slightly blanched and ready to go, so you'll see that it actually turns a little bit brown. That's okay, it just means that it's cooked a little bit. I'm going to place each bone onto, so here we go, onto my foil-lined baking sheets. Long guys are here late today. I hope you guys can't hear that in the video. I apologize if it's a little noisy. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my spices on now. So not the black peppercorn, but the salt and the thyme. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on so it roasts up. Whenever dried spices are heated up, they actually release their oil and become way more aromatic and way more flavorful in turn. Okay. Quickly, here we go. A little bit of salt. You guys know how I am about this. Know your palate. You're the chef. And a little bit of thyme. And then I'm gonna pop these into the oven for about, like I said, 45 minutes, roast them up, and then into the crock pot we go. So next thing you'll see, it'll be like cooking magic, roasted bones and veggies. Okay, everyone, these bones are finished roasting and it smells heavenly in here. So I went ahead and let them go only 30 minutes because it seemed like it was done. I could smell it, but I'm gonna pull these out so you can see if I don't kill myself first. But anyways, we have these beautifully roasted bones with the marrow and all those delicious juices. So now we're going to get these bones into the crock pot, set it on low, and let it go. Good, I thought I was losing my bones over there. We're gonna let it cook on low, anywhere from 10 to 15 hours, and then I will show you the finished product in the morning. Well, I can't show you tomorrow if I don't show you the rest of the steps tonight. I have placed all the bones into my crock pot here and added in the bay leaves. You can see those sitting right on top where my finger's moving, and my peppercorns. So now I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. That was good. And now I'm just gonna add filtered water. So this is just my Brita pitcher that I'm gonna fill and cover until I get about 3/4 of the way. So I'm almost there. I wanna make sure everybody's covered. And there we go, perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is gonna come down here and hit select. And it's on low and everything is good to go. So here's our bone broth. It's been in the crock pot overnight, approximately 12 hours. And what we'll do next is strain it with a colander, preferably a cheesecloth, to catch all those little bits, and then either freeze it or put it in a container for future use. So this was really painless. It smells amazing in here, and can't wait to get all the health benefits from it. All right, everyone, welcome back. It is the next day, and as you can see, I have my little meshy strainer. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go fishing in here for bones. I'm gonna scoop everything out. I have a colander in the sink and then a container under the colander. And I'm gonna just start to get all of the solid pieces out of my broth. And overnight, this smells amazing. Like, I can't even describe to you how amazing and delicious this smells. And you can most certainly hang on to the veggies. You don't have to throw them away. There's also a lot of meat on this bone, so I'm going to pick that off and keep that for later. But as you can see, I'm just going through, straining and draining. So at least all that precious liquid and all the time that was spent can drain off in there. And of course, I also have those little pieces of thyme. But I'm really excited to add this into my daily nutritional plan here and see how it makes my skin glow, because everyone needs a glow up, right? So as always, thank you again for joining me for the recipe of the week, which is, well, today is now Thursday, so this video is a little late, but whatever. Typically every Wednesday it comes out. Hit the subscribe button, that way you get notifications and know when a new recipe comes out. If you liked my video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. If you made this recipe, tell me all about it. Tell me your good things, your bad things, and let's all have a laugh. If you did not like my video, then I need to know why. That way we can just keep getting better. So until next time, hope everyone's having a safe and happy Thursday evening. Bye.